This Venmo payment has been deducted from the buyer's account and has been approved, but will not be updated into your account until you expand your account into a business user for the pending payment to be deposited by allowing the buyer to send an extra amount of $500 for it to be used when expanding your Venmo account to a business one, and the total sum of $532 will be credited immediately. What? Welcome to episode 44 of the Candle Business Podcast. If this is your first time here with me today, hello, my name is Erica, and I have my own small candle business called Memory Box Candle Co. that I run with my husband, Chris. Together, we also have an almost 2-year-old son together who keeps us busy, very busy outside of the candle business. And on this channel, I like to talk about everything that I've learned so far on my candle making and candle business journey. And alongside of that, unfortunately, I have come across a few different kinds of scams over the years. And this one was interesting because I actually didn't know right away that it was a scam. I am somebody who spent a lot of time, a couple years ago, I was really into watching scammer videos on YouTube where people find them, kind of mess with them and waste their time so that they're not scamming somebody else. And so when I was first approached by this scammer, the way that they did it, it's actually very similar to the way that I've had people approach me before about wanting to purchase a product. So it didn't catch me off guard or really throw out the red flags until a little bit into the conversation. So basically what happened is I had somebody reach out to me on my business Facebook account, and they sent me a message and they included a photo of one of my products. It was our large mango and coconut milk candle. And they asked me if it was still available and if we ship and how much it is. And they also asked about Venmo. Now, a lot of you may be thinking, oh my gosh, that's such a red flag. And again, I have sold locally quite a bit, and I've done Venmo transactions a lot, not to mention at the local markets that we do, I've done Venmo. So to me, Venmo is super normal for somebody to want to use Venmo. So I didn't really think about it. But so I just let them know, yes, it's still available. I told them how much, which was $32, and yes, we can ship. So I think after that is when they asked if we took Venmo or Zelle. I said, yes, I can do Venmo. I sent over my Venmo information. And then after about an hour, I received a message from them, and it was a screenshot. And it said something to the effect of that Venmo was having a hard time sending the payment and they needed to confirm my email address before moving forward. This was the first red flag for me. This was something where I was feeling like, that's weird, because I know when I send money through Venmo that the most that they do is they say confirm the senders or confirm the receiver's last 4 digits of their phone number to just basically double check that you're sending it to the right person, but you don't have to do that. So I got back to them and I said, that's weird. And I said, maybe there's something going on. And I just sent them the email that I thought that was associated with my Venmo account. And then they also sent me back a message saying, what's your phone number so I can try it? And that's when I pretty much had a feeling that it was like right on the edge of like, I know this probably is a scam. And I didn't want to give them my phone number, so I gave them my last 4 digits. Well, about an hour later after that, I get an email from Venmo, which, by the way, the email address that was sent over to me was Venmo customer service 472@gmail.com. That's no. So always check the email that is being sent to you if you ever have a weird feeling. So a lot of times people are using PayPal scams, Shopify scams. I get those probably every other month, an email sent to me from either a Shopify or a fake PayPal trying to get you to log into their link so that they can steal your account information. So just please always be on the alert of the email being sent over to you. But I'm not going to lie, when I received this at first, my reaction was, what? which is so funny because I was just in such mom mode. I look down at my phone, I see that there's an issue going on with Venmo. And then as I read it, I knew, okay, I know exactly what this is about. So here's the main bulk of this Venmo email that was sent to me. So, account on restriction required. This Venmo payment has been deducted from the buyer's account and has been approved, but will not be updated into your account until you expand your account into a business user for the pending payment to be deposited by allowing the buyer to send an extra amount of $500 for it to be used when expanding your Venmo account to a business one, and the total sum of $532 will be credited immediately. This security measures is embarked on due to the fact that the buyers was subscribed under Venmo user protection policy so as to secure both buyer and seller transactions. Okay, yeah, none of it makes sense. So when I saw $500, I have watched enough scammer videos out there that I knew exactly what they were trying to do. So essentially there's something called a refund scam, and this refund type of scam is used in multiple different ways among these scammers. So what they were trying to do with this is they were trying to essentially tell me as Venmo that in order to receive this payment from this customer, I had to switch my Venmo account to a business one, which I already have, by the way. I already have a business account. It didn't cost me a dime. It was super easy and definitely didn't charge the buyer $500 in order to do that. So essentially what they were wanting me to believe is that Venmo charged them an extra $500 in order for them to buy one of my candles, so that I would then refund the overpayment of $500 that they paid. So they're hoping that I don't check my Venmo account and that I just blindly send them $500. Maybe they're hoping that I get flustered or I get worried or whatever it is. So I went, as soon as I sent them as soon as in the chat with this scammer, as soon as I sent them the last 4 digits of my phone number, obviously they realized they couldn't text me as well, which they absolutely would have. I realized they sent me an email. They get your information and then they use that to actually send you an email of this like scary message to get you to believe something. And so after that, they use the phrase, kindly check your inbox, because I had told them, oh, I never got the payment. And they said, kindly check your inbox. Number one, if anybody ever uses kindly, 99% of the time it's a scammer, especially if it's in a situation where you feel kind of uneasy about the conversation and if you kind of feel weird about it. They say kindly. Also, how would the buyer know that Venmo sent me an email? It's just so bad. It's so bad. But I kind of messed around with them for a little bit. My other candle making friend was like, you should have been like, oh, thank you so much for the $500. I totally should have. But as I'm looking back now in the messages, I guess Facebook got them kicked off, which is fantastic. I'm assuming that, I'm assuming my reporting and other people's reporting probably did something about it. I should have screenshot. I should have knew that they were probably going to get taken off, but it was a very basic conversation. All I did at the end was just be like, I never got it. What's your Venmo username? And then all they kept saying was kindly check your inbox. And I'm like, so stupid. So I just want you to be aware, this is not meant to make you feel worried or fearful about any buyers out there reaching out to you. Just if you feel like there's something weird about the situation, just go with your gut. That usually is going to be your best bet on whether or not something actually is a scam, on if you feel instinctively that something feels weird. Also, when in doubt, just send them to your website. Have them pay for it on your website. That is going to be the best thing for you to do. There's other scams out there where people will reach out to you over email. There'll be order inquiry in the title, the subject title of the email. and all they'll be saying is that they want to order a large amount, they want to arrange freight, pickup, shipping, and that's a shipping scam. So they're going to ask for shipping costs up front, and then they're going to basically walk away and never actually purchase something. So there's definitely people out there that are looking to do not so good things, but I have been in business for 5 years and it is very, very, very few and far between. So I don't want this to make you anxious or anything, that everybody out there is out to get you and there's scammers everywhere. I've had it very, very few times of people actually really reaching out to me over the past 5 years. You just kind of have to be on guard with the way that people are typing and the way that they are talking to you. And if something feels off, then it probably is. So I really just want to take a moment to share this experience with you. I love to share scammer things on my channel every once in a while, whenever it pops up in my life, because people are after small business owners. So just be aware. Don't be too anxious that you're too anxious to sell, but just be aware that people are out there. And, again, if it feels weird, then it probably is. But with that, I would actually, before I end today's episode, if you're watching on YouTube, comment down below if you have ever encountered somebody doing something similar to you in your business, because I would love to hear it. And with that, I will see you in the next one.